Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your reading for fall of 2025. Yes, I know I'm running a little late. My apologies. So, Cancer, this is for your sun, moon, rising, and for your Venus. So, I have my little note sheet up on the screen. So, your focus this fall is all about professional advancement and managing your energy. You have a Saturn transit, which is really setting you up for long-term career advancement and is pushing you towards professional responsibility and hard work. But in the process, you're also asked to prioritize self-care and set boundaries in order to protect your emotional and physical well-being, right? We don't want to burn out as we move forward in our career life. So that is in a nutshell. Let's see what the cards hold for you. We have different cards for you than we had for the others so far. We have the Ganesha deck, we have the Spirit Animals, the Wandering Star Tarot, and the Ascended Masters. So, hello Cancer. Happy October. Happy fall. Let's see what the Ganesha cards hold for our Cancerian friends. This is always my favorite deck I have. That you can't see the whole thing with it. Here, that's Ganesha behind me, right? Overcoming obstacles, that energetic support when we have things to get through, especially with career advancements, right? And prioritizing your professionalism, your professional responsibilities. So let's see what Ganesh holds for our Cancer friends. Oh, okay. We'll take it. And it says, belonging, a very, very powerful card, number 41, belonging. So belonging is that's a big subject, and maybe I should, in the write-up, I'll put more in about that. But there is I think it's a TED Talk, but Brené Brown, most of you probably know who she is. She has done a lot of research on shame and guilt, but she also has done a lot of research on the theme or the idea of belonging and what that means. So I would do a little more research and put that in the highlights. But belonging is really about belonging to yourself. I know in the world, and this will pull our spirit animal card for you, in the world we are always taught to belong in society, right? Belong to a particular group of people. But she really kind of breaks down the whole idea of what it really means to belong. So, yeah. Very interesting card. So let's see what spirit animal is guiding our Cancer friends. Here we go. The Wombat Spirit. Be at home card. This is the card number, belonging card number 41. It's like right there. You can barely see it, but it's right there. And then the Wombat Spirit, it says be at home card number 68. So be at home. And Cancers, right? I think they tend to they're very social, and I think they also like to be at home as well. So let's see how this plays out in your reading. This is the Wandering Star Tarot deck. The back of the deck, I love this. The third eye, the all-seeing, the all-knowing eye of intuition, which sits in yoga. It is your sixth chakra in the center of your forehead. But the soul sits in the pineal gland, just a couple inches down from the soft spot of your head, about 1.5 inches, and then straight back. So that's where that information lies, your intuition. Let's see what the tarot holds for our Cancer friends. And what does the tarot have to say about belonging and being at home? So it could be about being at home with setting up boundaries, right? As you advance, whatever you're advancing in, this it talks about, your astrology talks about professional advancement and career advancement. But whatever kind of advancement you're doing, be at home with the decisions that you're making, maybe. But let's see what the tarot says. Very interesting combination, Cancer. Okay, right away we have the Star, right? Comes right after the Tower, Two of Cups, King of Cups. So Cancer, you are a water sign. So it's not surprising that, water elements are coming in about harmony, about union and unity, about your emotions and your intuition. So let's see what else comes out for you. And the Star is about hope. It's overcoming difficulty. It is associated with Aquarius, the sign Aquarius. Temperance, you have a little Sagittarius energy here too. Queen of Pentacles. So earth energy, that is your counterbalance. Earth and water balance each other, as do fire and air balance each other. So you have the Star right above Temperance, which is, it's about balancing. It's also about alchemizing, creating one thing from another. So let's see. 10 of Swords. Okay, let's see if anything else wants to pop out. So the 10 of Swords are your thoughts, right? So we'll see. So there could be a change of mind coming up for you. I just want to see if anything else wants to pop out. But Cancer, so far, this is the Magician. So you have 3 major arcanas right in a row. The Star, Temperance, and the Magician. So the Magician asks you, and I'm going to go over all the cards, so don't worry. The Magician asks you, though, like, don't forget who you are. Don't forget the power and the strength that you were born with. Don't forget, you are the water sign. However, you have 3 other elements embedded in you. We all have all 4 elements. So make sure that you utilize all the other elements. Your air sign, your element of air, which is your thoughts, your intellect. Your fire sign, which is your heat, your passion, right? And your earth sign, which is your grounding, which is your supportive counterpart. So the Magician asks you, like, don't forget how much power and strength you have. Like, don't forget who you are. So, okay, that's all that's coming out. So at the root of the deck, 4 of Pentacles. And this is the root of the deck. So that is the root of your reading. So the 4 of Pentacles is making sure everything is covered. Having the foundation set for your personal growth. It's about, right, on the card it says, stability and savings. Making sure that you have everything that you need. So if you are going into a career advancement, make sure part of your self-care and setting boundaries is to make sure that as you climb up the ladder of your job or your career, that you are being compensated rightfully for the new positions or the new responsibilities that are being put upon you, right? Make sure that the compensation is equal. You're not just taking on a new job role without proper compensation. So that in and of itself is also a form of self-care. It's also setting a boundary saying, I'm willing to do this. I want this promotion, but I need more money to do it, right? So we're going to go start with the 10 of Swords, because this is the completion of a cycle. So it's almost like there's been a shift in your mind, or a mindset shift. So if some of you have been feeling like, or even that you've been taken advantage of at your workplace, or even by people in general, your astrology talks about your career. And for this could just be, if in general, if you feel like you're giving a lot and people are taking advantage of that, you could just be like just at the end of your wits, that your mind could be full of everybody else's needs and not your own. So although the Tower did not show up and there was not technically a Tower moment here, you could actually just draw the line and say, that's it. Like, I'm done. I'm taking care of myself. You know, the Star and the Temperance, Sagittarius and Aquarius. In the traditional Rider-Waite, the Star card, you know, she's pouring a jug of water into the water, a jug of water into a body of water. And the Temperance is who both of these cards are about. They're about alchemizing and creating, but having faith in yourself to do the things that you want to do, or to realize, right, with the Magician, your capabilities. So some of you may be realizing that, wait a minute, I am stronger than I realized, or I am so much more capable of, maybe you need to put yourself out there a little more to prove, or to show, like, the talents that, not necessarily to prove, but to show the talents that you have. Some of you may be coming into the realization of just how much you have to offer, whether it is in the workplace, or if it is in your home life, or to your friends, or just some hobbies that you have. But all of these cards, all three are major arcanas, and they all lined up, starting with the Star, Temperance, and Magician. They're all about creating the life that you want, using the tools and remembering the tools that you have, and overcoming. The Star is about overcoming obstacles. Ganesha. Generally after a mishap. So maybe you're starting to overcome some thoughts, or some doubt that you had of whether or not you could accomplish something, because you have the Two of Cups, the King of Cups. And again, when you pull your own suit, and the cups are associated with the element of water, you are a water sign, so you're pulling your own suit. That gives you a lot more strength. That's asking you to remember, like, who you are. And life can get chaotic. We can get pulled off into a bunch of different directions. So if I would say, Cancer, go into your astrology, look up your sun and ascending signs. They could be different, they could be the same. For me, they are the same. And see what the traits are in your sun sign. That's the sign you were born in. Your rising sign is the sign that is there to help you to become who you were meant to be. And see what traits are there, and what traits are really strong in your life or in your personality, and what traits that either you didn't realize were there, or that you know they're kind of like soft in the background. Maybe they need to be looked at. Overcoming your emotions and being stable in who you are, listening to your intuition and allowing that to be your guiding force. Now, all these cards about balance and harmony, right? The Star is having faith after some turbulence. Temperance, right? Balance, creating. Twos are about balance and choices. Moving with your intuition, listening to what you know to be true about yourself, listening to your inner magician. You have a lot. Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles are self-made. They tend to come up almost out of nowhere. Like, they started with nothing and they've built their personal empire. And what you're trying to do is create stability in your life, right? We're trying to create a place where you feel safe and secure. I'm sorry, my nose is itching. And you're going there. The Queen of Pentacles is like, you have this. Again, the Magician. You have everything within you to create this life of stability and this life of comfort and this life of ease where you don't have to worry about. The worry is done. The worry is the last card in the reading, right? This is like the end of the line. This is done for you. You're no longer going to be going through this. Now, to get to this point, it takes a little bit. There may be some frustrations that come up. There may be a little bit of a tower moment or a little bit of shaking up of things for you to remember who you are, the strength you have inside, and why you're here. And again, lean into your personal astrology and just look it up. Just look what the traits are. Look at what the colors are that are associated with your astrology. Maybe try some of those colors on for size, right? Put them around you. Maybe grab a scarf in those colors, you know, and see what happens. But you have a great fall. You're really finding your own, like you're finding your own voice. You're finding strength in your ability. And for some of you, I would say probably your intuition is probably going to start to get really strong. And once that opens up for you, or you tune in a little more, things will although there's not an 8 of Wands here or a Chariot card, because you go straight to the Queen of Pentacles, things will start to move very quickly. So get clear, Cancer, on the life you're trying to build for yourself. What is too much for you, and what boundaries do you think you need to put into place? What do you want from your professional life, whether it is a career you work for someone else, whether you have an entrepreneurial spirit within you? Maybe there's a little bit of both happening for you. But what life, right? And on here it says loving, loyal, charismatic, right? Charming. The seat of comfort, the seat of not having to worry about at least your finances, around the things that keep you stable, the things that nurture your life. Get clear about that, Cancer. And once you start gaining clarity, your intuition will open. You will find balance, things that will start to come your way that will help to balance you out in this. Lean into your Sagittarius friends, right? We are really good at, we are the natural philosophers, and we are the natural truth seekers, right? Lean into your Aquarian friends. They are air energy. Like, lean into their logic. I mean, they just kind of cut through the bullshit and just get straight to the point. So let's see what Ascended Master is guiding you, Cancer, through your fall season. This is a lovely reading. I'm really enjoying it. If you have any questions, you can always put them in the comments or reach out to me. If you feel like a reading, a personal reading for your situation would be helpful. And let's see what Ascended Master is guiding you now. And it is Purification, White Tarot. Oh, I have to cover this up a little bit. There's some bubular things happening, and yeah, it's just a picture. It's not a real person, but YouTube gets offensive. So purification. Coming back to the belonging, Brené Brown talks about belonging as belonging to no thing or no one, but belonging to yourself. Belonging to yourself, purifying yourself, and purging. And just look at like the beautiful blue around there, right? Purging the things that are not part of you or that make you feel separate from yourself. Again, come back into your astrology. That's just because that's the easier thing to do, to write down the traits. That's just the easier way to get there. Again, be at home, belonging back to yourself, purifying yourself and your environment at home. Bringing in a sense of balance, harmony, hope, stability, choices, emotional stability, alchemizing, creating from what you have within you, Cancer. This is a really powerful time for you. I'm loving this reading. Again, thank you for watching. If you have found any inspiration in here, give it maybe a thumbs up, give it a like, maybe share it with your Cancer friends. Again, your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. Until next time, Cancer, enjoy your fall. I will see you soon.